Hello and welcome to StudyIQ. I am Prashant Pavani. I hope you all are doing good, my dear friends. Today is 26th October. On your screen, you can see the world's longest sea bridge. Can you give me the name of the country where you find this bridge? This is a question for you. You need to answer this question in the comment section right now. And by the end of this lecture, I'm going to share some important information regarding this bridge. Before that, I would like to talk about our pen drive and tablet courses. On your screen, you can see we have covered many important competitive exams. To find out more about it, do check out StudyIQ.com. If you have any question or queries regarding our pen drive and tablet courses, then feel free and give us a call on the numbers that you can see on your screen. Now, the special topic of the day that I have got for you guys is about digital warfare and the stand of India. You can clearly see here that I have written Laggard India. That means even today we are lagging behind when it comes to digital warfare. I'm not sure how many of you are aware about this program called PRISM. This PRISM is not a television program. It was a covert operation. It was a snooping program that was going on for a very long period of time. It was in 2013 when Edward Snowden came out with this information that he used to work for NSA, and this program was run by USA's National Security Agency. What they were doing, they were collecting data from internet communications. So all our telephonic conversation, mobile conversation, chats, messages, SMS, and emails, everything was collected. All this internet communications, all this data was collected by NSA via this PRISM program. They used to keep an eye on us and things like that. And it was this Edward Snowden who came out with this information, and then the whole world was not happy with USA. But nothing, they have shut down this program. But since then, we have seen this increase of digital warfare. And the sad thing is, unfortunately, no strict actions were taken against USA. Because we find all these big companies, Facebook, Yahoo, Skype, Google, Apple, all these companies and their servers are located in USA, and they have these servers, right? When I say they, I mean to say this NSA. These people have direct access to these servers that are located in USA. In UK, you have a very famous newspaper called Guardian. It is reputed around the world, and this Guardian research, or this study by Guardian, indicates or shows that Microsoft had actively helped NSA when it comes to Outlook.com for email, SkyDrive for storage, and Skype chats or voice call or video call. All this information was shared by this Microsoft company to NSA. There is also a book called No Place to Hide. In this book, it has been said by this writer, Glenn Greenwald. He says that Cisco routers were bugged by this NSA people, and these items were sold to different parts of the world, and from there they used to keep an eye on different parts of the world or different people and different organizations. Bloomberg, again a very big name, they have said that China's intelligence services had ordered subcontractors in China to plant malicious chips in super micro server motherboards bound for USA. In 2014, particularly after this 2013's this Edward Snowden's whistleblowing. After this whistleblowing, 2014, back in 2014, Beijing banned, or China banned, government officers from buying Microsoft Windows and security software from Symantec and Kaspersky Lab. 1 year later, what we find that China has banned Cisco and Apple products as well. Something similar has been done by President Trump in recent past. August 2018, President Trump signed a bill banning the use of Chinese companies or Chinese products made by this Huawei and ZTE technology, particularly for government employees. They cannot use these companies or these products, right? Products made by these companies, to be more specific. All these things are going on in different parts of the world. There are so many examples. Whilst I was doing research for you guys on this topic, I came across so many examples, but I kept myself and ourselves limited with China and USA only. I would like to add things about India now. In 2014, this Chinese company was probed, right, for hacking a BSNL network. The sad thing is, unfortunately, even today, 60% of software and hardware used by BSNL is coming from this company. In September 2017, BSNL signed MOU with ZTE for research and commercialization of future 5G technology. Australia has already banned this company for 5G mobile network, but India is still using the services provided by this company. Our Air Force is using Air Force Network AFNET, FNET. It was launched in 2010, and when it was launched, the country head of Cisco company was present during this launch, during this inauguration ceremony, because Cisco is providing all this hardwares and softwares associated with this FNET. Now just imagine, right, don't you think that we have compromised our security here? Army's latest communication backbone, known as Network for Spectrum, is also using Cisco equipment. Despite Indian products being available, what we are finding now, and this is something that was presented by Quint. Quint is a very reputed newspaper in our country, or not newspaper, but it's a news agency. I'm not sure whether they print newspaper, but online, yes, you find that they have their website and they come out with many important articles and editorials and this sort of findings. So the Quint in 2016 revealed that we used to have, or we have, various different products, hardwares and softwares indigenously built, Indian companies, hardwares and software, but then as well, this equipment specifications were manipulated so that this contract can be awarded to Cisco. The Indian Army is predominantly using Microsoft Windows. We know that this information can be easily accessed by NSA, but then as well we are using it. Our country was number 5 in this Prisma target country. In 2015 we came out with this BOSS, that is Bharat Operating System Solutions, and this is produced by Center for Development of Advanced Computing, R&D organization of Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. But even today, when it comes to using this BOSS instead of this Microsoft, right, our debate is centered on simplicity of use and more facilities that we get from Microsoft rather than security that we get from our BOSS system. So that's the thing, right? Instead of supporting BOSS, we are opting for this snooping, or you can say this covert and malicious companies. So it's very important that we remove this blindfold that we have on our eyes, because the future warfare is about it's going to be in this domain of digital world. And if we are not looking after our back end, if we are not looking after our security properly, then we can lose all the wars. Even we have latest technologies, or not technology but latest products, right, defense products, then as well we may lose future war, because it's all about cyber warfare now, isn't it? We are heading in that region or that domain. So this was our special topic. Now let's talk about some other important news items. A global AryaSamaj convention was celebrated in New Delhi. President Ramnath Kovind inaugurated this 4-day global AryaSamaj convention, and he urged social organizations to spread awareness about this environment friendly celebrations that are promoting peace and harmony, right? Of course, he's indicating about Diwali. Just a couple of weeks ago we saw this Ganesh Utsav, and we find this thing, and it's not about any particular religion, right? It's all about our environment. It's about nature, right? Nature is for every religion. It's not discriminating between Hindus and Muslims and Christians and Jews. It's for every one of us, and it is important that we might be coming from various different religious backgrounds, but we have to make sure, as an individual, as a religious group, as a society, that if we are celebrating any festival, it should not harm peace and harmony. And we know this autumn festival season is just around the corner, and we are going to find this breathing problem, particularly because of pollution that we find in national capital. He also talked about Swami Dayanand Saraswati, of course, because we are present in this global AryaSamaj. It was started by Swami Dayanand Saraswati, played a very, very important role in social as well as spiritual reforms of our country. When you study modern history of our country, after when British people came in, this East India Company, And after that, we find that Raja Ram Mohan Roy, Swami Dayanand Saraswati, Swami Vivekananda, Ramakrishna Paramhans, and there are other names as well. They played a very important role in bringing out our society that was submerged in superstitions and social evils, and women were, not a woman in a house. She was considered as not that clever, not that smart. Women in general were considered inferior. Education was not provided to them. Education facilities were not there for men and women. And all these things, untouchability was there, casteism was there, all these things, they played a very important role. Swami Dayanand Saraswati, these names that I have just took, right, they played a very important role in improving or reforming our society. Then you have this case of AIADMK after the death of Jayalalitha. There were various different cracks in this AIADMK party. At that point of time, you had these three people, right? One was OPS, O Paneerselvam. The other one is the current Chief Minister, who is his name is Palaniswamy, and TT Dinakaran. So these three groups were there. Finally, this one and number two, OPS and Palaniswamy, they merged and they stayed with this AIADMK. Dinakaran, TT and Dinakaran tried to form his own, AIADMK, but this was rejected, and 18 MLAs who were supporting Dinakaran were disqualified by Speaker of Tamil Nadu Assembly. So a case was filed in High Court, and the first verdict was that one judge said yes, it's fine, what the decision of Speaker is okay. Second judge said no, so it was a tie, so there was no sort of conclusion. So Supreme Court appointed another judge, and this judge has said that whatever decision that Speaker has taken, basically he has said that when it comes to decision of Speaker, we should not interfere. Whatever he or she has said is proper or right for the House. So now it looks like re-election may take place. We don't know when, right? By-polls will take place, but still, this is just a sort of a brief introduction. Now let's wait and watch. Moving on to another item, it's about ITBP, Indo-Tibetan Border Police. From the name itself, you can understand that they are protecting our border that we share with China. The good thing about, or unique thing about ITBP people is that they are protecting the borders in difficult altitude circumstances, ranging from 9,000 feet to 18,000 feet, which is a very difficult job indeed. Home Minister also talked about ITBP Jawans and their role in this extremist area, how they are helping in maintaining internal security in left-wing extremism area. He talked about their services. They have served, or they do serve, in temperature as low as -40 degrees Celsius, where you find scarcity of oxygen and all these hardships. They go through all these sacrifices just to make sure that our country is protected. So hats off to all these young lads and our soldiers. And Women and Child Development Ministry has got a small update for us that Minister Menka Gandhiji has requested survivors of sexual harassment to register their complaints at www.shebox.nic.in. It's an online platform. If you file a complaint here, if you register your complaint here, then this complaint will be forwarded to internal complaint committee or local complaint committee of a concerned employer, and action will be taken. It will be monitored directly by a union ministry. Last item that we have is about India's neighborhood. Sri Lanka has been chosen as the best travel destination among the list of countries to visit in 2019. Germany and Zimbabwe are on number 2 and number 3 position. It's a very good thing for Sri Lanka, and it's famous for this beach holidays, ecotourism, yoga, and so many other things. It's a beautiful country, of course, and after this 2009's civil war, end of civil war, things have quite improved, in this country, our neighboring country, Sri Lanka. Now the bridge that you can see on your screen, Hong Kong, Macau, and Zhuhai. These are the 3 cities that are connected by this bridge here, right? It's 55 kilometer in length. It is one of the longest sea bridge in the whole world. 9 years and $20 billion were invested to construct this bridge. You find 6.7 kilometer tunnel as well. So this works like a sort of straits for ships, right? They can easily pass by. And the travel distance was 4 hours earlier on, but now it will be reduced to just 30 minutes. So these are some of important information for you guys. That's everything in today's discussion. Please make sure that you share this lecture with other students, and download the PDF of today's lecture from my FB page and Twitter handle. God bless you all. Jai Hind.